How's it going, everybody? This is the Erroneous One with the new Kingdom Hearts Union Cross video. Forgive me if I seem a little tired or sweaty. I don't think I'm too sweaty right now. I just finished coming back from the gym, so I'm a little tired, a little dirty from that, but we're all good. I just want to come out with a quick update video because it is Monday. Just another magic Monday. Sorry. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Every now and then, I do indeed spontaneously burst into song. We can't be friends if you don't like that. So we got some small things, well, not small things, well, yeah, smallish things, and we're gonna get into that one, but this pretty much 3 updates real quick, so let's get into this one. I'm gonna go from the bottom to the top, in this case for the new ones. First off, we did get the Aqua and Magic Broom deal, so this is the same deal we had last time, with Illustrated Ventus. Where we did that, and now we have this one as well for Aqua. Once again, this lasts for 3 days, which coincidentally coincides with the Thursday update. So I'm going to imagine that this is going to lead to a high score challenge being announced on Thursday, so Friday it'll start. That's my anticipation for this one, just based off what they've done from the last one. Now, granted, it's only one in the past, so that's not a guarantee for sure, but it stands to reason that's what they're probably going to do, more than likely. So there is that situation for us in this regard. I pulled one time from this deal. Once. I pulled one time just for the Aqua and the Magic Broom. Not really Aqua. I mean, the Aqua just to have an extra one in case it'll be a percent booster, which would be nice to have. But mainly for that Broom in this case. Because that way I had 10 Brooms after doing the VIP one from this one already. So now I have 2 new Fantasia Mickey B's ready to go. That's the only reason I did it. If I hadn't been one away from getting another Fantasia Mickey B, I never would have pulled from this banner. The banner, again, this banner is designed for new players and intermediate players for the most part. If you didn't have an Aqua or anything, you can get her now. She's not a terrible medal. Some people don't like her. Some people say she's kind of like a worthless medal. I disagree with that one. Aqua Gilted can deal a lot of damage. I do know that I didn't say it has to be gilted for that to happen. But, you know, obviously that's to be the case for a lot of medals. You know, they need to be gilted to have their maximum potential. She does amazing damage when she's up there. She starts off baseline with a 3.50 multiplier. Actually, I can show you guys that real quick. Let's go down here and get her out here. So, here she is right here. Baseline, 3.5 multiplier. She deals, what was it, 4, I believe it's 4 exceptionally powerful hits. Reload. Yeah, 4 exceptionally powerful hits. So, 4 hits, and she lowers target's magic-based defense by 1 tier for 1 turn. Not bad. So, she's a kind of a 2-for-1 thing. At 3 costs, she's more than manageable. When she is gilted, she has a 4.0 multiplier. And she has a tier 4, so that's going to be 130. So, she's going to have like a 8, what is that, an 8.4, 8.3? An 8.3 overall damage multiplier, which is nothing to scoff at. She deals some damage. My party leader, Natsu. Hi, Natsu, if you're watching. She utilizes this medal in her raid setup on her counterpoint, and it deals a lot of damage, and she also has the Lux Max skill on it too. So each time it hits, it's constantly dealing that the Max Lux thing, which I think, what was that? It was 99,999. Is a max Lux you can get in a hit, I believe it is, and each hit for her does that on rotation. I think by the second rotation, you know, once all the buffs, debuffs have gone into effect by turn 2. But that's dealing a lot of damage of Lux, guaranteed Lux damage there. So she's definitely a good raid medal, definitely a good single target medal as well too, because she is very strong. She hits pretty hard. Now, having said that, if you don't have enough to guilt her or anything, or if you're not like close to guilting her, it's probably not going to be worth your while to pull for her, despite the brooms being available for her once again. She's a good medal, but there are better things coming out in the future already. Like I said, the high score challenge is ready to come out more than likely, it seems like, based off this banner coming out. And you might be better suited going for the 0.2 Aqua banner in the hopes of pulling that Aqua, or maybe like one of the Neku, Shiki, or Joshua. Now, on the flip side of that one, you run the risk of not pulling any of those percent boosters from that 0.2 Aqua banner. This is a guaranteed percent booster if it falls in line with the previous high score format with the Illustrated Ventus. So, something to consider. Either way, I would still wait up to a point. Now, the downside of this one is that it ends the day before let's make sure of that real quick. Thursday 1st. And the notice said what again? Oops, that was not the right one to go. Back. That's the wrong one again. Okay, here we go. There we go. Wrong. I am just on it today, guys. Sorry. I'm still a little tired from work and from the gym, so bear with me, please. There we go. Alright, so this is going to go through until June 2nd for us. So, it will go through Friday. So, we have time to look around for this one. It looks like, okay, so it looks like we'll get the announcement on Thursday if there is going to be a high score challenge or not. That'll be the last day to pull from this banner. You have 3 chances to pull per day. So if all else fails, I would wait to pull on the banner for those of you who are potentially wanting to get that guaranteed percent booster for a high score challenge. You have time. Wait until Thursday when we get the notice from Twitter that there is or is not going to be a high score challenge, and then you can decide if you want to pull from this banner or not just to get the percent booster. So that's what I recommend. Wait to pull, unless you're like right there to Gilter. If you're right there to Gilter, even then I would maybe pull the one you need to Gilter, but I wouldn't combine them until we get the high score notification. If time goes by, Thursday goes by, and we don't get a notification for a high score challenge, you might run the risk of wanting to Gilter, but I would still wait probably until Monday, more than likely, maybe even Thursday next week. Just make sure they're not going to sneak in a high score in the coming week as well. On top of that, because there is 2 weeks on the 0.2 Aqua banner, so. That's my recommendation for that one. So there she is. Again, not too bad. As always, her artwork looks amazing. Aqua has very good artwork for pretty much all of her medals. The only one I didn't really like too much was her tier 3 one. Not the HD one, which is a HD version of this one essentially, but the other one we got as a epic medal. But even then, that wasn't bad. It's just my least favorite of the artwork we got so far. This medal though is a gorgeous looking medal. I always like the artwork for it. So if all else fails and you and Aqua is your waifu, there you go. That's not a bad one to get for that one. What else did we get? Let's see. The daily challenge. So now we have a new daily challenge for jewels and more. Today's one, you get Chippendales and Magic Mirrors, 200 jewels a day for a total of 1,400 for the week. So there is that one. Always nice to see the daily jewel challenges. I really hope we're getting closer to the point where they're going to be a permanent thing, a permanent fixture in our game. I know there's been a lot of dissatisfaction with the game as of late. I don't blame people for that one, and we'll get to that after this one as well. But it's nice to see it there again, and hopefully be permanent. The last one we want to go into is going to be the brooms. Oops, not that one again. There we go. Brooms are back for the VIP. Once again, it sucks that they are behind a paywall. That's actually very annoying. They're behind a paywall. But on the whole, at least, you do get the magic brooms, and you do get the 3,000 jewels, and you do get the big bonus, Revolution thing as well too. The premium quest there for evolve medals and money and level up skills and everything, which is nice. It's cool to seeing this again. I like seeing it again. It's always a nice thing. Like I said, now I now have two more Fantasia Mickey B's, which is great. I don't like that's behind a paywall again, but again, I'm not too surprised. I can't really complain too much because this is the same format that JP had when brooms were first introduced in their game. Right now, in terms of that one, we're getting it released in the same format that JP has. So there is that. But now that I kind of covered the notices, I kind of want to jump in this a little deeper now. And this will be a slightly longer video. Sorry about that, guys. I hope you bear with me in this one for my thoughts of this. There's been a lot of dissatisfaction with the global version of the game ever since the end of their anniversary. The anniversary deals and month and everything was extremely lackluster compared to what we expected to get based off what JP got. It wasn't as good in a lot of ways. We got some good things out of it, but everybody kind of expected more out of it. So it's been kind of like on a downward slope since that happened. One thing people are getting upset about right now, which I agree with, and I post this on Twitter in case anybody saw my tag hit that Twitter notification last night about these banners, was content for the game. We are not receiving any content for the game. The only content we're getting is the usual, it's raid week, here's a daily challenge or a VIP thing, and that's pretty much it. Nothing else for the most part. And that's getting a little frustrating for a lot of players. Even with the Proud Quest being dropped recently, that's not new content. We're just rehashing older missions that are harder to get through in order to get a new Keyblade. New Keyblade's nice and all that jazz, but by content more story content, more events to go and do. When they release an event, give us a bit more than that. It's been like I want to say it's been almost a month since we've had an actual free medal event, for example. Like I think Maleficent B was almost, I want to say, a month ago. That was a fun little event to go through, and it gave a great medal for a lot of players to have. I mean, I like Maleficent B. She's a very powerful medal. She's cool. So I wish that we had gotten more from that, and we need to see more content in the game. People are moving to JP or to stop playing entirely, or their dissatisfaction is being more prevalent in notifications and everything because there is no content for the game, and that needs to change. That is like the biggest thing that needs to change. Second thing that needs to change is based off what I said about the VIP brooms here and how they released in JP. I know they released in JP this way. That's a thing. We're getting it the same way that it was released in JP. The thing about that is, it's been over a year since we've had the global version of the game. Almost 2 years now for, year and a half, almost 2 years for the JP version of the game. They need to catch us up a bit more in terms of what JP is getting, in terms of, the permanent daily jewel quest, more access to brooms like this, extra goodies when you acquire banners, like those avatar coins. Now they're starting to do for the whenever you pull from a banner. Extra SIDs you get from a banner, extra brooms you get from banners. We're getting them here and there sporadically, kind of like JP did when they first started getting these things, but JP has them permanently now. Everybody knows this. Global knows this. JP knows this, obviously. It needs to happen for our game quicker than it's happening right now, because we're trying to get caught up, and we know what they have, and there's no reason why we shouldn't have these things already in our game for what they're doing. The power scale isn't going to be that overwhelming if we get like 5 SIDs or a few magic mirrors per pool. If they want to introduce that avatar coin per pool from banners, that's not going to impact our game. Giving us daily jewels isn't going to impact our game negatively. It's only going to impact the game more positively. People will be happy with the game because they're getting more resources to do things at a faster rate. That's not too overwhelming because, again, this is a gacha game. Again, I know this. I've said it before. This is a gacha game. This game is designed to get you guys to spend money, to get people like everybody to spend money to pull things out there. I understand that. People are more inclined to want to pull and spend money in the game if they have access to resources a little quicker in the game. You don't want to overwhelm the system. I do know that. I understand that. But we need to get more than what we're getting in order to catch up with what JP's getting, and this to increase player satisfaction with the game, because there's been a lot of dissatisfaction with the game, and if they were to do that soon, that would actually alleviate not all the problems, because like I said, content is the #1 issue with the game and the lack of it. But getting those things in the game would make the game a lot more entertaining to play for a lot of players, give people more reason to log in and do things, and keep them want to play the game and potentially pull more. So that's a thing from that one. That's my thought on that one. I mean, we need to start getting those things quicker to catch up. I shouldn't say catch up, just to have them in our game, because we know they exist. Cena has to know that we know they exist, and they know. I mean, obviously they read the messages on there. There's been proof that they see things, what we're saying on Twitter notifications, and even a few content creators like myself, Smelly Octopus, Metalcore, Eternia, Jade Azure, DUJ as well. If people are watching him, if people who play the game, Monster D-Face, Slumberlicious Bomb Diggity. These are all content creators that play the game, and all of them at some point in time have mentioned something about this, about content not being in the game, and about how I think if you guys go watch I'm sorry, I mispronounced your name. Slumberlicious Bomb Diggity. He's there in my on my page there as a recommended watcher. He mentioned today. He showed today that he went and played the JP version for the new Illustrated Shion, and that's an awesome medal, by the way. Spoiler alert. But he showed that, and he was talking a bit about the game and how it plays in JP, and showed the pulls and some things in the JP version. And he said that it's a lot better in the JP version, and yeah, it is. You guys get a lot more stuff over there quicker than we get over here in the global version, in terms of your VIP quest and everything. Like the VIP quest, the VIP package is way more feasible to purchase in JP, because you get a lot more out of it all the time whenever you purchase it, as opposed to we only get sporadic things like this too. Like Chip and Dales are a permanent feature there. I think the brooms are permanent there, or they show up way more often. Daily jewels are a permanent thing there. That's kind of stuff that we need to get into the global version of the game ASAP. because these are things that we need for the game to progress quicker in the game, and again to improve player satisfaction with the game. Cena needs to do this. I know it's a gacha game. I know they're trying to get money from us. I get that, but that's not going to happen. If people don't like the game, they're not going to spend money on the game. And in terms of us getting overloaded with brooms, that's not an issue anymore. Honestly enough, with the way the game has changed since traits were introduced, people focus on the traits way more than they focus on guillotine medals. Guillotine medals is still an important thing, don't get me wrong, because you need that extra damage, but traits are a way more important feature than guillotine as of right now. That's just the way it is now with the game. And brooms or Fantasia Mickey B's don't re-trait. They don't re-roll traits. They only give you guilt percentage. So there's not a lot of reason for them not to be giving out brooms anymore because of that, or at a faster rate because of that. It's not going to overwhelm the game. It's not going to break the game. It's not going to, do anything negative to the game to give the global version more brooms right now. So that's my thought process on what's going on right now in the game in terms of content and this VIP package and the pull banner and everything. Aside from that, traits. I did want to get into that one. I'm sure you guys noticed my jewel count went down quite a bit. I did spend quite a bit of jewels on the 0.2 banner. Sadly, I only pulled one Aqua, which was disappointing. I only have her right there. I'm glad I have her, don't get me wrong. I was hoping to get at least one more of her. It was just my bad luck that happened. And again, it's like I said in the video way long ago when I started doing the non-mercies. I've had very good luck with the non-mercy banners for the most part, but I knew at some point in time it's going to happen where I spend a good chunk of jewels and I don't get any of the new premium medals, or I only get like one. In this case, it happened now. Again, it sucks, but I'm actually not too disappointed by that. And here is why. I rolled traits on a lot of things. I did it 4 traits in this case. Two tier 4s or higher guaranteed at minimum per pool. That actually helped me out quite a bit. For things like my Ursula here. I got ground enemy defense minus 60 on her. She used to have SP gauge plus 2, which was nice for her, but because she does attack twice with her extra attack on there. But on the whole, I'm way happier with the ground enemy defense minus 60. She deals a truckload more damage with that on her, as I'm sure you guys can well imagine. For this one, though, I still want to get raid damage on her, because she's my raid medal, because she has the 83 max with Lux on her. But on this one over here, which I haven't put any traits on yet, because I've been trying to get the raid damage on that one, something like ground enemy defense on her, that's going to be amazing. But that happened with this one, as an example. With my Kier here, for instance, I managed to roll extra attack on that one. That was great. That was super helpful for this one. This one here has raid damage. This is going to be a raid medal for me, for sure. As soon as we get some more max luck skills, I'll start working on the counterpoint and getting that thing leveled up for like just basic raiding against a mega behemoths. But this one is ready to go. I have a second one in here in place too. I know there's something else. Did I roll anything on you? No, you're processing on this, right? Nominate. I got a nominate, and so now I have a max gauge plus 2 on her, which is nice, considering she's already a 0 cost. This World of Chaos right here, I managed to get damage rage plus 40% on this one, so this is also going to be an amazing raid medal as well, along with the extra attack. That's great. I have a spare one here to start working on, and this one I'll start trying to get like aerial ground defense on this one. What was the other one? Oh, I got a few more set. I mean, I got a few more that are actually like set. This Aqua is actually in a pretty good way too. With 2 strength plus 1,000 on her, not bad at all. I'll re-roll this other one to her at a later date. This Terra right here, he's ready to go. I got ground and aerial enemy defense minus 60 on this guy. That's amazing for this dude. I'm gonna start working on this one as well. He already has aerial on this one, but this one obviously I want extra attack on this one. Maybe extra attack, maybe like a plus 1,000 strength on this one. I'm not sure, or maybe like ground defense for raiding potentially. I don't think I'll use the one for raiding so much exactly, but who knows? But the main thing on this one I was thinking was like Coliseum rounds. Coliseum is getting very, very difficult now. You need, not only do you need to have gilded medals at that point, but you need the right traits on those medals too. So having that ground enemy defense on that Ursula right now is letting me wreck those pumpkin soldiers. I'm going through them with no problems at all whatsoever now. The only issue I have now is an SP filling on that one. I had to take out Tyree out of my setup because I need medals that are dealing damage now and helping me out and boosting things. So she's out, but I mean, that's not a bad thing. It only slows you down because I mean, after each round or two, I have to exit the Coliseum and go run and do a like a like a Sid quest real quick just to refill my SP gauge. So that's all that's doing to me right now. It's working out pretty well. But Terra is ready to go there. I got this this Roxas now with ground enemy minus 60 on him, which is good. This one's ready to go as well too. He has damage and rage and then strength plus 1,000 right there on him. Which is very good. These guys, I'm starting to. These guys ready? This one has aerial. This one I'm gonna get ground on pretty soon, as soon as possible. So I'll have different situations, and this is like for like proud quests and such as well. In case it says I need, I can only use like a tier 3 or medals that only cost 1 gauge. You know, I'll have options depending on what the quest is. I can go do things. This is for variation for me. This guy here has damage and rage and edge attack, which is pretty good for this one. This one's set up too with a double strength of 1,000 on him. What do I have in This one's ready to go too. Again, raid 1, strength of 1,000. I got some really good raid options now for the counterpoint. So I'm really looking forward to getting the counterpoint ready to go pretty soon. Let's see what else. I know there's a few other ones. 2 Shikis. This guy's ready to go too. I'll be getting him set up pretty soon for Coliseum. Ground and aerial. Him working in conjunction with my Darku right here, who also has aerial and ground, minus 60 on them. Where is it? Here it is. This Ventus is ready to go too. Aerial and ground, minus 60 on these guys too. Is ready to go for that one. I don't think I got double cast. Not yet. I did get aerial minus 60 on this guy, so that's great to have there just for a defense, general defense down. Because also, as you go into Coliseum, PSM debuffs and buffs don't really do much for you anymore at the higher levels. You need to have the general defense down traits on those medals, and that's what's really helping out right now. So those guys are getting me ready to go for that one, which is amazing. This one I have strength plus 1,000 HP. Not bad for that one, general one. This one, yeah, this one has aerial and defense. So I want to get rid of that defense one, but the aerial is great. This one has edge attack plus 1,000, so he's been working pretty well for a lot of situations too. I got a few more as well that were really good trait rolls. On these guys. What did you get? Strength and defense, that's right. Nothing too bad on that one. My HD Roxas is great. Edge attack, damage, and raids. He works amazingly in the raid damages right now. Or raid setups. Here's this. This guy's also set up too as well. Aerial defense and ground defense. Right now, my Olympia and my Divine Rose are actually going to be some pretty good blades going forward in Coliseum now because I have really good power and speed medals with both aerial and ground defense minus 60 on them, and that makes a world of difference in Coliseum. So I spent those jewels. I rolled traits. I mean, there's a whole bunch more stuff I rolled traits on, and I'm gonna roll more things on too as well. A whole lot. Ansem is an MVP for Coliseum. I wish I had edge attack on him. I don't yet, but I will eventually. But still, damage and raids and the edge strength is always good on him right now. I'm getting things set up here for my game. It's going pretty well. Grandma 16. This works pretty well too. See, I got options now for like Fenrir and for Olympia, you know, going for Coliseum. So for me, honestly enough, doing that this time was worth it. Now, am I going to do that again anytime soon? No. I spent a lot of jewels, obviously, on doing that. I did it for the trait rolls. I was very satisfied with what I got with a lot of my medals. And it's not something I recommend doing for a lot of players. I just knew that I had the availability to do so, so I did it. And I'm already looking into restoring things. But from a personal standpoint on my game, after I spent those jewels for those trait rolls, which were great again, I'm not going to stop playing the game. I'm going to keep on playing the game, so there's no fear of that one. But with the way the game is, with the lack of content being the way it's been, you know, the lack of like VIP, even though we pay for VIP, the lack of like really good VIP deals and everything, I'm not going to invest as much of my resources into this game as I was in the past. I'm still going to do things in the game, don't get me wrong. But, you know, I'm going to cut back on my spending for the game per month. You know, I have a quota a month I use in the game that I don't exceed. I'm going to cut back on that a little bit. At least until we start getting better content consistently. You know, it's gonna be one thing to go, oh, next week we got like, you know, two really good contents packages for like quest or something fun to do in the game or anything. That's gonna be great and all that, but I want to see it consistently. You know, if we're gonna play a game like this, if we're gonna pay to play a game like this and everything the way we are, you expect more content out of the game. So that's kind of where I'm leaning towards in the game. I'm still going to come to you guys like usual, making videos for you guys and doing things, but spending money on the game is going to go down a little bit until we get better content in the game consistently. That's going to be a thing. But again, that's just my viewpoint on this one. That's going to be it. I've read it on long enough. This video's gotten too long already as it stands, so I'm going to cut it short now. Just so you guys know, again, pretty soon, after this one, we did get some new Proud Plus quest. So I'll be doing pretty soon and doing Proud Plus quest after this one, basically. I have 28 mirrors. I have been doing the Proud Mode quest because I want Finra. I'm kind of far away from it, but I'm getting there bit by bit. Right now I am on quest 176. I'm going to go through and get Finra, and I'm going to pretty much finish all 250 of them. I'm probably going to do the Proud quest on stream with you guys pretty soon. Go through. Once I complete the Proud quest, I'll be coming back to you guys with a trading video. Not trading video, I'm sorry. A Nova video. I'm going to use those mirrors and start getting some things I've had at like 1 or 2 away from getting to max guilt. And getting them guilted. And ready to go and just increase my Nova that way. Nova right now is at a very... I say respectable 907. I feel kind of like trash looking at that Nova level because I know how much I've invested in the game to get that. So it's kind of like, but it's good to have. Don't get me wrong, it's great to have in the game, especially like Coliseum or quest boss and such. But yeah, so we're gonna do that pretty soon. Some stuff I'll look forward to for the game. But that's my viewpoint on the game, guys. If you guys are still watching the video, thank you guys for listening to my rambling or my discussion on traits and videos and everything. Just thanks for listening to me. I always appreciate that one. Other than that, you guys have a great day. Good luck on your endeavors in the game, doing Proud Quest to get the Finra Blade. I hope you guys are able to get VIP for the mirrors or for the brooms if you guys want to get the brooms. Wait to spend on the Aqua banner until we get a confirmed high score challenge if you aren't like 1 or so away from guilting your Aqua. But that's be it. Again, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys soon in the next videos for Proud Plus. See ya.